Good morning, YouTube. Never really asked for likes and subscriptions. Likes are not necessary. Subscriptions are. I want to start being able to use my cell phone to go live off of YouTube. And for me to do that, I need more subscriptions. So, subscribe. Thank you very much. We're in Exodus chapter 39 and the ephod. We're talking about the ephod. And try to use your imagination when we read about this, because this is all of godly garments. But the ephod, they made the ephod of gold and of blue and purple and scarlet yarn and of finely twisted linen. They hammered out thin sheets of gold and cut strands to be worked into the blue, purple, scarlet yarn and fine linen, the work of skilled hands. To say the least, they have fabric and gold intertwined. That's what that verse just said. Verse number 4. They made shoulder pieces for the ephod, which were attached to two of its corners so it could be fastened. Its skillfully woven waistband was like of one piece with the ephod and made with gold and with blue and purple and scarlet yarn and with finely twisted linen, as the Lord commanded Moses. So the Lord is saying how to make this. The Lord is telling them exactly how to do it, and they did it exactly how he told Moses, and then Moses told the skilled hands to make it. And they mounted the onyx stones in gold filigree settings and engraved them like a seal with the names of the sons of Israel. Wow. So all the 12 sons of Israel were inside of this ephod. And then they fastened them on the shoulder pieces of the ephod as memorial stones for the sons of Israel, as the Lord commanded Moses. So again, they did everything to the ephod the way that the Lord commanded Moses. Now the breastplate, they fashioned the breastplate, the work of skilled craftsmen. They made it like the ephod of gold and of blue and of scarlet and of purple yarn and of finely twisted linen. It was square, a span long and a span wide, and folded double. Then they mounted 4 rows of precious stones on it. The first row was carnelian, chrysolite, and beryl. The second row was turquoise, lapis, lazuli, and emerald, which are stones. And the third row was jacinth, agate, and amethyst. The fourth row was topaz, onyx, and jasper. It glistened, I'm sure. Beautiful. It sounds beautiful. They were mounted in gold filigree settings. There were 12 stones, one for each of the names of the sons of Israel, each engraved like a seal with the name of one of the 12 tribes. For the breastplate, they made braided chains of pure gold, braided like the necklaces we used to wear. I used to have one of those, now that I think about it. Braided chains of pure gold, like a rope. They made 2 gold filigree settings and 2 gold rings, and fastened the ring of 2 of the corners of the breastplate. Let me read that one again. And fastened the rings to 2 of the corners of the breastplate. They fastened 2 gold chains to the rings of the corners of the breastplate, and the other ends of the chains to the 2 settings, attaching them to the shoulder pieces of the ephod at the front. They made 2 gold rings and attached them to the other corners of the breastplate. So it was one on this side and one on the back. So they went over his front and the back breastplate on the inside edge of the next ephod. And then they made 2 more gold rings and attached them to the bottom of the shoulder pieces on the front of the ephod, closed to the seam just above the waistband of the ephod. And they tied the rings of the breastplate to the rings of the ephod with blue cord, connecting it to the waistband so that the breastplate would not swing out from the ephod again, as the Lord commanded Moses. I don't know about y'all, but my imagination is amazing. That sounds absolutely beautiful. And again, it gives me insight to the way my God thinks. If he loves, this is the way his tabernacle is. What's in heaven is on earth. And he's explaining to them, this is how I want it to be. And gold and jewels and come on, y'all. He wants us to have the best things. The best things. And I continue to say that Paul was to the Gentiles, those who were not in the 12 tribes, those who did not have access to the law to be able to say, I sinned, kill a lamb for me so that I can walk less guilty for the sin that I committed. Jesus had to be the lamb for everybody as so that they can be able to say, forgive me for my sins. And so we have Jews, the 12 tribes that we were just reading about, and then you have the Gentiles who were able to come in because Jesus was the lamb for the whole world. And I pray that we understand that as Paul read or wrote to the Ephesians, that we understand that there are two people groups and we're now fellow heirs, joint together. This is Ephesians chapter 3, verse 6. It is that the Gentiles are now to be fellow heirs with the Jews, or the 12 tribes that we just read about, that's in that ephod, members of the same body. The word is joint. So you have one here, joint partakers, sharing in the same divine promise of Christ through their acceptance of the glad tidings of the gospel. And he is a minister of that. I am the minister of both, letting us both know we have to come together. And then I also pray that he enlighten us and make his plan plain to us. And that's verse 9 of Ephesians chapter 3. I love you all. This is a mystery that's been hidden, and I'm going to continue to make it known. I'm going to read his words as the Lord commanded, and I'm going to bring it back home to Ephesians. I love you. You have a great day. And I'm still sitting with that. That sounds beautiful. Y'all look that up. See if you can see exactly what that look like. See y'all tomorrow. Peace. Peace. YouTube page acting weird.